Hello, flower friends. Hi, flower friends. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds. So bright in here. Super, super bright. Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. What's everybody doing? Has stopped. My comments stopped. Hopefully they start again. So today we are going to talk about a couple things. The first thing being my nursery inspection. And there it goes. The comments are loading again. So I recently received my nursery license because in New York State, as many states, you need a license to sell a plant, like a potted plant, not cut flowers, which I have a business license for that. But you need to have an inspection of the USDA for a nursery license to sell like a seedling sale and potted plants. Like say you wanted to put a hyacinth in a pot and sell it for Mother's Day, you need a license to do that here in New York State. To find out if you need one, all you have to do is contact your state Department of Agriculture and they'll be able to let you know what you need in order to do that. Hi everybody. Okay, so the other thing that I'm excited about today is, okay, so a lot of you guys are members of Jake's Wholesale group on Facebook. It's the Wholesale for the small sale grower. So I ordered, I'm gonna put my laptop down, pick something else up here. Oh, it's rough. Okay, so I ordered some stuff from Jake, as I always do, and I got the package in the mail, and I ordered 500 Lighthouse salvia seeds, and this is a purple salvia. It's supposed to be one of the best cut flowers. So excited. I got this in the mail, and that's what I had ordered. And then the next day, I got another package from Jake, and I opened it up, and they were twin invoices. The same invoice, the same package. I don't know if you guys saw on one of Jake's posts, if you remember the group, he was having an issue with a new employee, was making mistakes, was making errors, and the error was I got 2 packages of sunflower seeds, or not sunflower seeds, of salvia seeds. So I decided, I contacted Jake. I said, Jake, I got 2. Do you want me to send one back? And he goes, you're welcome, just keep it. And so I decided instead of keeping them, because I don't need 1,000 Lighthouse salvia seeds, that I would give away in their packets of 100. So I'm going to give 5 of these away right now because that's fun. And it's going to cost me a stamp to give them away. So anyway, yeah, it was a happy mistake. No big deal. So Mary Drew, you're the first winner, Mary. I just picked your name out of the comments, Mary. I'm just going to do every few minutes. Mary, okay, so I'll have to put it in the description. Mary Drew, email me your information to flowerhillfarmny@gmail.com. I'll put my email address, Flower Hill Farm NY. This is me typing. Interesting, right? Interesting video to watch. flowerhillfarmny@gmail.com. Okay, so Mary, email me that. So yay, I just love to give things away. Okay, so that's that. So randomly throughout the next, and I'm only going to be on here, we're not going to have a 2-hour little schedule, maybe half hour, 45 minutes. So, okay, I've got paperwork. First thing you have to do, we're talking about the inspection. And I decided to do this as a live because it's kind of a short explanation. I didn't think that it needed an entire video dedicated to, and I don't have any visuals to go along with it or anything like that. So it's just easy for me to explain real quick in a live about this whole nursery inspection application process. So once I found out that I needed a license, you go on the interwebs, and you're not gonna be able to see it because this room is bright and sunny, but this is the application. It's super simple. All you have to do is fill out your name, your address, your location, and then they ask specific questions about your grow space. If you have a greenhouse, how many acres you're growing on, if you're doing nursery stock, greenhouse stock, all these things. And then you have to say what you're selling, And then if you have more than one location that you're selling at, so say for me, I only have one location because I'm not doing a farmer's market. But say you have 2 farmer's markets, you have to put those locations on here. And there's a $100 fee, and that is good for 2 years. So this license in New York State is a 2-year license. And then you have to mail this to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or the New York State Department of Agriculture, which is in Albany. That's our state capital. And today of them receiving this application, they must perform an inspection on your property or your greenhouse, your nursery, whatever, wherever you're growing. In my case, it was my basement. So just so you know, in New York State, don't apply until you're ready for the inspection because they have to come within 10 days. So don't make the mistake of, of applying and not being ready. And then they call, like literally the woman called me and was at my house an hour later. Like I had no warning. So anyway, let me look at the comments here. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was that bad. $100 for a 2-year license. So it's good for 2 years. Okay, so literally called me and said, are you home? Said, yeah, but I don't have anything. Like it's my basement. And she's like, that's what I have to look at. Wherever you're growing is where she looked. If I had a hoop house set up, she would have needed to inspect the hoop house as well. Okay. The audio is cutting in and out. Really? It says, my connection says it's fine. That's a bummer. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. Mom's house. Is it still out? What the heck? See, some people say they can hear me and some people, now it's fine. Okay, maybe it was just a glitch. So where should I start? Did you hear about the 2 years? It's good. So in New York State, it's good for 2 years and it's $100. So really that comes down to $50 a year. So someone's saying that if you can't hear me, refresh your page because for some people it's working fine and some it's not. Okay, so a lot of people said they hear me just fine. So if you need to refresh your page, maybe refresh your page. I have no idea. Okay, so people are saying it's fine. Okay, refresh your page if it's not working. That's so strange. I've never heard of that before. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so I'm sorry that it wasn't working for a few minutes. Okay, refresh is helping. Everyone, refresh. Okay, where was I? Was talking about, she called me. So my phone rang and it was the inspector and she said, are you home? I'm gonna be over in an hour. So she showed up. An hour later, I literally ran down to my basement and I'm like vacuuming everything. I don't know. I'm like, what is she looking for? I had no idea what they were looking for. And you know, like every basement, there's like a couple cobwebs in the corner. I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? So she ended up coming in an hour. And so she brought me a lot of stuff. So this is like a whole thing on market law, which I know you can't see because the camera is bright. So it's all about basically prevention of diseases, fungal issues, and bugs. Okay. She also brought me a list, and this is going to be different state by state. This is a list, and it's long, of plants that I'm not allowed to grow. All of these are invasive species, and if I'm growing them, they will come and rip them out or watch me rip them out. They said if any of these are on my property, I'm planting them intentionally. They literally will send an inspector and watch me rip these plants out. And there's things on here that you would expect, like Oriental bittersweet, Canada thistle, common reed grass, golden bamboo, Japanese knotweed. That's a horrible one. So if anything is planted intentionally, you can't do that. So she gave me that paperwork. There's also a couple of insects so she brought me these spotted lanternfly flyers, things to look out for. Stuff like that. And like it wasn't intimidating at all. She was great. Okay, so Let me get my laptop again because I interviewed her. So I said, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Because I know a lot of people who are interested in getting their nursery license. Can you just explain to me what you're looking for and why someone would not pass an inspection, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right. So she said that they're looking for general cleanliness of the space that you're growing in. She told me that if I had a hoop house and if that hoop house had weeds growing up in it, I would not pass the inspection. So they're looking for things like that. They're also looking for anything fungal or any sort of diseases. They're also looking for bugs. So they're looking for very specific bugs too. And she gave me a list, but they're all they're really long, complicated names. But, there's the cucurbit beetles. They're vegetable pests, I guess. Box tree moths. They also look for boxwood blight. They also are looking for, or they set up traps for you too. So it's not like a thing where they're going to shut you down. What she said to me was that they're trying to correct the problem and help you out. So I said, well, what is the percentage of inspections that fail? And she said, well, we don't really call them fails. We just say, here are the corrections that you need to make in order to get your license. So she was she wouldn't give me a number on percentages that failed. So no, I didn't have any flowers that were on the list. Nope, I did not have any flowers that were on the list. So that was good. Do I need a license and inspection for a greenhouse? So Jonathan, this license is only if you're selling living plants, like potted plants, like a vegetable seedling. So if you're just growing cut flowers in a greenhouse, you don't need an inspection for that. If you're potted, you're going to sell in a pot with the soil, then you do have to have a license for that. Yeah, bamboo is awesome. Awful. My neighbors have it. Now it's saying that my connection is unstable. Yeah, bamboo is very invasive. But okay, so they also will test fertilizers. So if they didn't with me, but in bigger corporations, so like a big greenhouse, like a greenhouse with like 50 plus employees, they will test the fertilizer and the soil that you're using. They'll also test the seeds that you're using to see if it is what it says it is. So if you're using a fertilizer and it says its ingredients include X, Y, and Z, they'll test that fertilizer to see if it's using X, Y, Z. Not on a small scale grower like me, like we are, but the bigger corporations, that's testing will happen. Okay, let's see. She said last year they did a lot of testing on tomatoes because we're seeing like a brown fruit virus. That sounds terrifying for me. So basically she just said that they're looking for things that have the potential to get out into the environment and spread. So things like invasive bugs and fungal diseases and those issues. So it was really super simple. She looked around, she looked at my bag of Pro Mix, she looked at my seed lights, she looked at that, she looked at my basement, she just bought like a couple check marks on her sheet, and that was it. She said she didn't see any issues, and that right away she told me, she goes, all right, you should be getting your license in the next 2 weeks. And then I did. I got my, we'll cover my information, but yeah. So if I pulled it back, it's so bright in here, guys. Sorry, it's really sunny out today, which is nice. Anyway, so I got a license, and you're supposed to display it. So I'll tape it to the wall in my basement, I guess. But yeah, it's good through February 2023. So it was super simple. It will be more complicated if you have a hoop house or a greenhouse, because it just will, because there's more to look at and there's more opportunities for failure there. So hello, welcome new flower friend member Lou. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. What else you guys want to talk about? Frame that thing, Farm Girl, yeah. Any other questions on the inspection? She was at my house probably longer than she could have been, because we were just chatting. We just got, we're plant people. We're talking books. We're talking flowers. And she was just really great. Emailed me right away if I was selling potted perennials from my garden stock. See, that it depends on what time of the year they come. So if you're applying for an application in June, then yes, they're going to look at your plants. But I applied in February, not knowing what was going to happen. But yeah, definitely, whatever you're growing, they're going to look at. Lily, me, Chatty. Will they come back for spot checks? She said they will come back once a year. So even though my license is good for 2 years, they will come back once a year and inspect it. And she said it's usually the same time. They do it annually. They have a calendar and list of everybody, but this inspection was for New York, but every state and country is different. So if you need to contact your Department of Ag, and they will be able to tell you what you need. But this was New York, and it's a USDA thing. So it's the United States Department of Ag. That's who my license is through. So I have a feeling it's going to be similar in different states. Nope, they don't have any space requirements. She said if my basement was all that I was ever going to grow in, that's fine. I'm giving away the salvia, Jack. It's Lighthouse salvia seeds. Yes, Lila, good advice. Google your state. All I did was, do I have to have a license to sell XYZ in Pennsylvania? Yes, you do. In Pennsylvania, you do. That's all I know. That's all I know is in New York and Pennsylvania. So do I have any good sources for micro farming on small plots? What do you mean sources? Yes, I got the eucalyptus seed. I did from Burpee. Burpee had, I don't remember if it was Silver Drop. It was Silver Drop, yes. Is the salvia blue? It says purple, but I've never grown it before, so I don't salvia. It could look more blue. You know how purples do that. So I need my water. Is there any inspectors for different sectors, or if they have one in every county? So it's county. So my person that came and did my inspection, I think her name is Pat. She does all of the inspections in my county. She used to be down toward New York City, and she did a lot of inspections down there, but she recently moved up here 3 or 4 years ago, and now she does my county in which I live. Tanya, how do you find information on invasive species? Ours are all listed on our New York State Department of Environmental Conservation. So you should be able to find your state's list. Oh my gosh. Kendra Fleming, you just want a packet of seeds. Email me. Look at my information, Kendra. Yay, Kendra, you just want a packet of seeds. How are my babies doing? They're doing great, actually. They're doing fantastic. So except for my eucalyptus, not doing well. So the 2 eucalyptus that I managed to that survived the Brad Pitt's torture of the lights, 2 of them are doing fantastic. They're about 4 inches tall and have multiple stems. And then the second set of eucalyptus that I started, don't know what happened. A lot of them dried up, shriveled up, and died. But now they actually, where they shriveled up and died, they're sprouting new stems, new branches. So I think they're going to be okay. We'll see. I kill a lot of plants, guys. It's not a secret. Oh, Cecilia, your daffodils are sprouting and flowering already? I'm so happy for you. I am jealous. Rosette disease. I don't have any advice on that. I'm sure David Austin has a lot of information on that. Do I miss the ranunculus while it sits? I was misting to keep my soil from drying out, but just, not misting the plant itself, but just the dirt to keep it. So do I have a video on planting gladiolus? I don't know. The problem with making as many videos as I have made in the past year and a half, I don't remember if I have a planting gladiolus video. I think I do. If not, I'll make one. Your Lowe's got busted for barberry bushes? Yeah, barberry's on the list. It's on the list of invasive species. Yes, we've all killed a good amount of plants, Jack. How are my peonies coming along? I'm not sure, Natalie, because they're currently under 2.5 feet of snow. So I imagine they're doing beautifully. I think they're very cozy, tucked in underneath their blanket, and they're growing roots. So, Ellen, okay. The problem, and it's the only problem with living in upstate New York, is that I have to watch everyone else's spring come before me. So, you know, that's okay, right? When should you start your zinnia seedlings? 2 weeks before your last frost. I start mine 2 to 4 weeks before my last frost and put them right in the ground. Daisy, I don't have any squirrels. I mean, I have squirrels, but I don't have squirrel issues ever. The only thing the squirrels do is get into my chicken food. Like they get into the chicken coop and eat the chicken food. Ooh, good, Kelly. I'm glad your eucalyptus is doing great. I was pre-sprouting in crates. The the ranunculus. Okay. Love lies bleeding need to be trellised. I heard that it does. I heard that it grows like 15 feet. No, I don't have love lies bleeding. I'm lying. I have love over the garden gate. That's what I have. Do I have any new merchandise? Yes, there's always new merch. I think there's bags and stuff and flower friend t-shirts. There's flower friend t-shirts and hats. I put hats on there. I don't know. Yeah, I just like to make things. My best source for gladiolus corms is Fred Nagel. Fred Nagel and Sons. They only sell in lots of 500. So if you're looking for a smaller source, I cannot help you. Anyone else, really. Anyone else. Have I ever had issues with bird eating my sunflowers because of that? I start them in 72 plug trays and transplant 2-week seedlings outside to prevent the birds and the woodchucks. Actually, woodchucks like to eat my sunflowers. So I put out 2-week-old seedlings. I did, you know, succession planting. I did direct seed probably 1,000 of them last year. It just gets to the point where I run out of plug trays and I ran out of Pro Mix and I just put them straight into the ground. But they actually, they had a really great germination rate. I didn't lose many to the birds at that point. So I don't know if there was it was later in the season, so there were more things for them to eat other than the seeds in the ground. So Monique, you just won seeds. Monique Nadeau. The comment stopped. Oh gosh, they just loaded. Rabbits eat your sunflowers? We are only having a couple of rabbits. Have I started my garden phlox from seed? I have not this year. I grew it last year. I do have 4 packets, I think, of phlox to start from seed. And I think I'm going to start it in week 12. So 2 more weeks-ish soon. Yeah, Ellen, they eat them. Yeah. It's just it's a pain in the butt to start sunflowers in the plug trays, but it does keep them from eating them. Squirrels take down sunflowers. The woodchucks are the worst. It is going in and out again. Hello. Bumbling Gardener. Yes, I can buy wholesale and repackage into smaller sizes for resale, but you have to check with your state because sometimes you need a certain license for that. I have not started my Snapdragons yet. I'm starting my Snapdragons, I think, in 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. Nope, haven't started. So the only seeds that I have started so far are the Orangium seeds, which are like the thistles, and the Rattlesnake Master, and there's a white one I started too, and Delphinium. This week I'm starting more Delphinium and also Foxglove. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of Foxglove. Like I'm gonna direct seed some, see if that works. I'm starting some inside because I have a few thousand seeds. So what plants am I selling at the market? Well, I don't have a market. I only sell from my house, but I am selling vegetables like tomatoes and herbs, basically. Maybe some other ones. Larkspur, I direct seed. I'm direct seeding larkspur. Yeah, I heard everyone was having an issue with delphiniums, that the germination rate was really low. But I'm excited about them. I think I got the Magic Fountains mix. I got the Cherry Blossom with the white eye, and then another mix, and I can't remember the name of it. Hi, Sunflower Steve. Sunflower Steve, jealous. Sunflower Steve is on vacation right now. And he is enjoying it, sending me pictures from his vacation on the beach and making me jealous. But so he's going to be in full-on planting season when he gets home. I also have down in the basement, I have the eucalyptus, I have Lisianthus. I did start all the rest of those seeds that I saved that I didn't start of the Lisianthus. So I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 200 plug trays full of Lisianthus. I have 1,000 seeds from the first round, or plants that look great. And then I started another 2 plug trays with the rest of the seeds. So yeah, they look really good. Since potting them up, I haven't lost any. They look really nice. I've been bottom watering them. I've been a little nervous to fertilize because I'm afraid to do it too early. So I have held off the past week or so on fertilizing the Lisianthus. I do not grow bluette. How do I fix leggy delphinium? Oh, Natasha. Leggy delphinium, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know if you can bury the stem like you can a tomato, but I would maybe put your lights closer and start more seeds. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the comments. My ranunculus are fantastic. They're really good. Yes, I have sunflower seeds. I have sunflower Steve's seeds. They are in my house currently right now. So sorry, don't be jealous. Yes, I'm growing bells of Ireland this year. I grew them last year, but I started them too late. So they only grew to be about 8 inches tall. So I tried to do like a fall crop of bells. It didn't work well. I did get some stems, but they were only 8 inches tall. How tall are my Lizzies now? They're not tall at all. They're about the size of a penny. Best flower to start for a first timer? I would go with like zinnias, sunflowers, and cosmos. Oh, I can't keep up. Julie Flores, you just won some salvia seeds. Julie, yay! I gotta write these names down. Okay, I'm gonna write them down because otherwise I'll be like, who won? Actually, I can watch back the live. Do I make dried sunflowers? No, but that would be pretty. When do I start Bells of Ireland, Candace? I start it as soon as I can work the ground. Like as soon as you can like rake the soil, you can start your bells. What plants do I have to stake? Dahlias like to be staked. Anything that grows to a height where like a windstorm can take them out. So last year I did, what did I do? Gladiolas. You should do your snapdragons, but I didn't, and it was okay. Trying to keep up. Lori smuggled her dahlia tubers into the basement. Can you plant gladiolas egg crate style? I did last year as an experiment, and they never flowered. They grew. They probably got about 18 inches tall, and they never threw up a stem. So I don't know if I just did it too late, but I've never tried drying a poppy. No. I don't know if you can dry a poppy. I'm not sure. Me too, Mia. You have so many zinnia varieties that you want to grow. Me too. I actually think I only have 14 this year. Could you start bells of Ireland in one spot outside, dig them up, my contact's dry, and then, oh, I don't know. I don't think they like to be transplanted. I might try the Finn Farm. I might try to propagate dahlia cuttings this year. A couple of them, see what happens. Yes, netting is sufficient to hold up glads and snaps. That's actually what I use. No, I mean, I think I've seen Elliot Coleman a couple times in my YouTube feed, but I've never watched one of her videos. I honestly don't, to be honest. There are a few. But I'll check her out because I heard a lot of people comment with Elliot. Is it Coleman? Elliot Coleman's name? I'll have to look. Do I start my snaps in cell blocks? Yeah, soil blocks. Cell blocks, soil blocks, same thing, right? Any plants for Mother's Day? I'm not sure. I'm going to see if when my hyacinths are going to be blooming. So if those are going to be blooming around Mother's Day, I might pot those up. But I have cut flowers for Mother's Day. Last year I did 15 or 17, can't remember exactly. I did deliveries last Mother's Day. So I spent my Mother's Day driving around making deliveries. And I did daffodils and tulips and some dried fern heads, like the seed pods from the ferns. And they were a hit. They were good. Do I use the netting vertical or horizontal? You can use them both. If you're doing like sweet peas, you can use it like vertically, on the T-posts. And if you're using it for snapdragons, then you just use it horizontally with the T-posts. Poppies in general do not. There are certain varieties of poppies that make good cut flowers, but mostly they're grown for their seed heads. But there are some, I think the champagne bubbles and that stuff, like that. Do snapdragons like to be transplanted? Sure. Yep. I actually tray sowed my snapdragons like I did Lisianthus last year, and I ended up taking in one meat tray, like a small meat tray, I had like 700 seedlings, and I took them all out individually. So they didn't mind being transplanted at all. Am I growing cosmos? Yes. I'm growing cosmos, and I'm growing some new varieties to me this year. I've grown cosmos for years. They're just one of the fantastic plants, and I actually love them equally for their greenery. So I cut their greenery and use those as fillers. It's fantastic. Yeah, Iceland poppies are good for the cuts too, like the champagne bubbles. I have not started mine yet, though. I do have some. What is my favorite filler plant? Basil. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite. It's just really easy to grow. I don't know if I found my favorite filler yet. I really like Bupleurum. I really like it. It's fun. I've yet to successfully grow it. Gina, my flower friend Gina, who lives about an hour from me, she has a small flower farm. And we took a class together, and we met and we talk every day. And she had a greenhouse business 30 years ago. So she's been doing this a long time. And so she grew the most gorgeous Bupleurum last year. She just grows everything well. I am so happy to be under her wing, tell you right now. She's fantastic. What is the oldest seed I have successfully planted? I have successfully grown a tomato from an 11-year-old seed. But that's about it. Nope, I haven't tackled the honeysuckles yet. I might try that this year. The dark purple opal basil is fantastic. Home gardeners can go to dutchbulbs.com. Probably 24-year-old seeds. Try them out. Yes, I have lemon scented plants. Yes, so I use Mrs. Burns Citrus Lemon Basil, and that is a really, really good filler. No, I have not tried bamboo foliage as a filler. Yes, Sunflower Steve, basil wrapped around shrimp on the barbecue. It's delicious. I'm excited about the lime basil that I'm growing this year because the lime basil, I'm told, is fantastic, just like the lemon. Kitty, kitty. Oh, my cat wants to come in, but I shut the door. Let's see. So there's actually this body wash that's eucalyptus and lemon something, lemon myrtle, eucalyptus and lemon myrtle. And someone gave it to my daughter, and oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I don't know what lemon myrtle is. I'm gonna look it up. But I give it because lemon myrtle. Ooh. Guys, lemon myrtle. If you have a chance to smell it, smell it. Okay, looking. Lettuce leaf basil is great. I grew that last year. That was fun. Yes, Teresa, I've heard that. I've seen that method of drying flowers. Oh, thank you, Summer Hodge. What is absolutely, okay. What's your absolute favorite place to get seeds and bulbs? Thank you, Rock. You rock. You rock. Thank you. My absolute favorite place. Well, I would say Edney Glockner. But Edney Glockner is not Edney Glockner anymore. So I'm getting used to the new Edney, which is Ball. So Ball ColorLink, Ball Seeds. They're the new wholesale, for me, they're the new wholesale supplier because Edney, the people who owned Edney retired and sold the business, and Ball purchased them. So, but other than that, Baker Creek, I absolutely love everything they stand for and the whole heirloom seeds and stuff like that. So I love them. I do like Johnny's. I did have a bad experience with Johnny's recently, but I'm not going to hold it against them. It's very, very strange times. Yeah, and then for home gardeners to get bulbs, before I had a business license, I always bought from DutchBulbs.com. So I also did buy, from the other ones, the Michigan Bulb, Burpee, all those places. I've not grown Queen of the Prairies. See, somebody asked me the other day who Gina was, and I was like, I gotta get her on a video this year. She told me I could, but she told me I had to wait until things were blooming. Is mountain mint invasive? I mean, mint in general is pretty invasive. It's not like on a don't grow list invasive, but it can be invasive, I'm sure. Thank you, Mary. Oh yes, Lily. Lily, her name's not Lily on here, but her name's Lily in my world. So Lily's one of my CSA members and she's on here. And I specifically grew cinnamon basil for her last year. You know that I got that because you asked for it, right, Lily? So yeah, cinnamon basil stole my heart as well. Can you divide peonies? Yes, you can. But it could stunt them from blooming again for a couple of years, but it might not. The Geo catalog is, I can't look at the Geo catalog. It makes my head spin. It's all words. Like there's no pictures. It's all words, which is fine. But thank you for explaining that, food forest next door. So mountain mint is a native species, so it's not going to be on the invasives list. Good information. Thank you, Lily. What method did I use to stratify the delphinium seeds? I put them in the refrigerator. That's the only thing I do for stratification is if something needs to cold stratification, I just put it in the fridge. I know that there are other more scientific things to do with, scratching the seeds sometimes and putting them in dirt and moisture and then putting them in the fridge, but I did not do all of that. Linda Cornell, you just won salvia seeds. Linda, send me your mailing address because I'm giving away seeds. I have not used cardinal basil, but I did order it. Cecilia, you're growing corn? I have not done winter sowing in jugs outside. How long did I leave it in the fridge? It's mine. My seeds have all been in the fridge since not all of them, but the ones that need to be in the fridge, I've had them in the fridge for, since they came in. So a couple months. Just trying to read everything, guys. Every time I mention my town, I imagine Stars Hollows from Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I mean, it's tiny. We have 2 stoplights now. We did have one for the longest time, but then they put another one in. Hazel, it's got super qualities. Dirty Lily is Dirty Lily, yes. How are my David Austins doing? So the one died right away, and they replaced it. So they sent me a replacement this fall, and it was the climber that I bought. That looked fantastic, and I planted it. And I planted it at the entrance to the garden gate. So it's going to climb over that, which I'm so excited about. Hopefully it takes off this year. I can't tell you how they're doing right now because they're under snow. But the Poet's Wife was the only one that bloomed for me last year. I didn't get any buds on any of the other plants. So that was a bummer. But I know that's kind of typical. When you put a first-year plant in, you don't expect to see it. So Julie, I'm sorry you missed the first part. I didn't answer that question though, but I am not 100%, but I'm pretty sure you have to have a business license in order to get, actually that's part of the application. You have to list your business license. So even if it's just a DBA with your Social Security, you have to list your either federal ID number or your DBA. So yes, you have to have a licensed business before you can get a nursery license. So you need the first one first. You need the business license first, and then you need the nursery license. And that's only if you're selling any potted plants or seedlings. You do not need the nursery license to sell cut flowers. Astrid, I cannot recommend a good white climbing rose for 6A. Can anyone? I'm not familiar with all the names of the roses, and I don't have a white climbing rose. So candy cane zinnias are awesome. A DBA, okay, so a DBA it stands for doing business as. So it's called a sole proprietor. So if you want to start a business, but you don't have to get a federal tax ID, or say you're an accountant or something and you want to start helping people do their taxes on the side, you can get a DBA. It's just a business license, and it's very inexpensive. It's the most inexpensive way to do it. For me, it costs $30. So I'm transitioning from a DBA to an LLC, but it was like $30. You just go to your county and they look up the name, make sure nobody else has the name, and they issue you, it's a certificate. It's a business certificate. So I did, Lindsay. I talked about the nursery inspection in the beginning. It was very quick. It was quick. Basically, they come, they look at everything. They make the general cleanliness, diseases, pests, any issues like that. They'll check out your growing area. If you have a hoop house, they expect it to be free of weeds. That's something that would make you not pass the inspection if you have a very weedy hoop house, even if it's not in season. They're just generally looking for cleanliness. So, and when you apply for your inspection or your nursery license, they have to do an inspection within 10 days. So make sure you're ready when you apply. And that's for New York State. So I don't know where you live, but yes, I did soak anemones. I did. Oh, okay. So a DBA is like different everywhere. So in Ohio, it's called a trade name. Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be different everywhere. So I only know New York State. What is my favorite sunflower? My favorite sunflower is the double quick. Nope, just kidding. My favorite sunflower is Sunflower Steve's sunflowers. That's my favorite. But my other favorite sunflower is the double quick sunflower. But as soon as I grow Sunflower Steve's, Colleen, for liability purposes, I think it's important. You know, when I started Flower Hill Farm, it was a tiny little business in a tiny little town of 2,000 people. And I thought a DBA was okay for that. Now it's grown a little bit, and it's better to have protection. So really it's for insurance and protection purposes that I'm switching to an LLC. My father has a corporation, like he's an incorporated, and he didn't think that was necessary for me, but he has experience with running his own business for over 30 years. So he highly recommended that I change to an LLC, not only for, business protection, but for personal protection. Because if you operate as a DBA or in other states like a trade name, and something happens, say someone accidentally ate my flowers, the responsibility, if you have a DBA or a trade name, falls on you, me. They could take my house, they could take my car, I'm legally responsible as a person under a DBA. With an LLC, the business is responsible. So it's just a difference in legal responsibility and all that stuff. So for me, as my business is no longer underneath the shelf of Boonville, New York, in my tiny town. Tell me what you think, guys. Do you have an LLC, et cetera, et cetera? I didn't see Sunflower Steve's question. I know it's like I'm pausing. Ooh, that'd be pretty, an all-white garden. Sorry, I'm scrolling through the comments. White Knight is a fantastic sunflower. Sunflower Steve is not selling his seeds yet. We have not had an update on that. Yes, Christy. So I see your comment, Sunflower Steve. I almost had my foot in my mouth. There's a bunch of Flower Hill farms. There are a bunch of other Flower Hill farms, but I'm in New York State, and there are not in New York State. And when you file for your business license, they check state boundaries. I can't even tell you how many same names follow me on Instagram. There are like 5 Blueberry Hill farms that follow me on Instagram, and there's 5 other Gracious Gardens. Like, it's very difficult to have a completely unique name. So it's not going to happen. Sunflower Steve chose Serendipity. It is easy to switch to an LLC. Yes. Wow, there's someone that's saying bad words to me in here. Remove. Someone just said the F word to me in here. I will delete you. Oh, we only use thrip around here, people. Oh, terrifying. Maybe I do need moderators. Wow, this person is delete. How do I even, oh my. Oh, Lila, I might have to add you as a moderator. Ah. Oh, wow, they said it a lot. Holy guacamole. Okay. Anyway. Thrip him is right. I don't even know who it was. Lila. All right. Anyway. Well, how many do I have left to give away? Oh my gosh. My son gave me a piece of chocolate and it was melting in my pocket. Okay. Let's see. I've been getting emails from like professional moderators asking if I want them to moderate, and I'm always like, no, I like interacting with my people, but I don't like that. Let's see. Let's see. I know, I deleted the rude troll. I deleted them. I'm so bad. I'm just gonna pick. I'm so bad. I know everyone's commenting now. Okay. Christine K. Christine. Was that 4, guys? Was that 4? Look at the comments. So crazy. Oh, it's so funny. Connie Shipman. That's it. That's it, guys. That's 5. That might be 6. If it's 6, that's okay. Okay. Connie Shipman. I said your name, and someone else's too. And Christine, yes. I know the chat's moving. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. My contact's like dry too, so I can't even see out of my right eye. I'm gonna do the rest of it like this. Chickens are great. Chickens are great. Any other questions, guys? I'll stay on for a couple minutes if you guys have questions. How do I pick? I randomly point, and whoever's name is where I point to. It's flowerhillfarmny@gmail.com for those of you who are winning. The bird that was in the chicken coop was gone the next day. It was gone the next day. So, and after I posted that, I had a lot of people commenting that they've also seen those birds around here, and sometimes they just stay. So I did crochet this, yes. I did. It's actually not finished. It's not finished. This is backwards. This is the back of it. So it goes like over your head, and that's the back. So it's a shawl. Anyway. If you're going to video your design that you came up with for my front porch area, I'll probably do a bouquet bar thing. I do still crochet, but very, very infrequently because I just don't have the time. It is fun. I can't remember the pattern that I used. I think I just made it up. My biggest hope for the 2021 season is growing beautiful, 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 beautiful things. And my biggest fear for the 2021 season is having strangers on my property. So, oh my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Rachel, I accidentally hit the wrong person. There. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I get distracted when those people. Ay, ay, ay. Lizzie's 98 degrees. Ooh. They popped up. Yay. Well, that's good, Tara. I hear snowmobiles. My neighbors must be outside. I'm under 2.5 feet of snow. I know, Cecilia, it's getting crazy. I have not fertilized my ranunculus. Jules, I have a report option, but I don't know what you guys have. I wish there was a way that, I guess there is, that's moderators. Yeah, I know, Lily. I know. I'm all flustered now. We have over 2 feet, 2.5. Oh, Shannon, there is a report option. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, guys. I don't understand. Even if it's someone legitimately just wanting me to reply to them, there's like 1,000 comments. I can't reply to everybody. Yes, Rachel. Rachel, first of all, I'm sorry for accidentally hiding you. I was trying to hide the person next to you. I grow LXA lilies. They're Asiatic lilies, and I got them from Awnings America. It's ONINGS. I stopped fertilizing my eucalyptus. I was reading some stuff, and I was talking to my flower friend Gina, and we decided that that Thank you, Candace. Candace is a flower friend. We decided that eucalyptus doesn't need fertilizer, so we stopped. Good, 50%, Tara, good. Thank you, guys. I thank you for being patient with me too. As I try to, the prairie smoke flower. Just ask me about. Have I just Sunflower Steve? Have we talked about the prairie smoke flower? I feel like we've had discussions. I'm Googling it right now, so I have a memory. Oh, you know what? It was my, it's darling. It's gorgeous. My flower friend, Tabitha, from the Wholesale flower farm locally to me, she got some of those seeds. I think I follow so many people that it's hard to keep track of who's doing what, but I'm pretty sure Tabitha started some of these from seed, and I would love to. I would love to do that. Yeah, Kim, thrips are scary things. So just keep on top of the spraying. You know, I use Captain Jack's dead bug. I'm excited to share my vegetable garden this year. I have, as flower obsessed as I am, someone's coming in the house. My children are running, I can hear them. Ooh, tobacco mixed with water kills thrips. That's interesting. That would have to be something to look into. But yeah. Thank you, Stacy. Jack, I would love a vacation. I don't think I'll ever take a vacation again. When I first started, did I have any idea of where I wanted my business to go? So Andrea, I actually changed thought processes about my business pretty quickly because my original intention was to grow local flowers, and I thought the majority of my business was going to be through local florists. I wanted to provide my local florists with, with flowers to sell to the public that were grown locally. And my local florist just doesn't buy at the level that I'm growing. And people wanted stuff right from me. So I pivoted first from the local florist to more retail. And I think that pivot is even harder this year. It's definitely more retail and not like weddings or anything like that, but just the bouquet bar and having people here while I can. I don't know, this might be the last year that I do the bouquet bar on my porch for security reasons. So, hi, Lindsay. Yeah, I love Serena and Ian. We have fun doing our videos. We're doing another video together again soon. So, hi, Kelly. Welcome. Trying to keep up with everybody's questions. Which end is up on the anemones? They'll have like a little pokey thing. They'll have a little pokey thing, and that's where it almost looks like a Hershey Kiss sometimes. So where the tip goes up. I'm just reading a comment about the hyacinth smelling like I've never experienced that. Green lacewings control thrips. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to doing more of that, like getting the hematodes and all the hematodes, all of those things that you can put in the ground, like the bugs that can control other bugs and stuff. So that's something I'm looking forward to 100%. Be right back. What, Lila? Hi, Moon Dazed. Welcome to the Flower Friend family. Stacy, you're planning on starting a farmer's market in a small town. Sure. I mean, taking your flowers to a place that's like where people are already gathering is a really great way to start. Maybe I can do a bouquet bar out of a flower truck in the future. Yeah. Nematodes, yeah. Yes, Jacqueline, you even missed the audio cutting in and out like crazy. Lila, are you okay? Lila's neighbors are burning stuff. It's no big deal. Neem oil. I've had on and off success with neem oil. I don't have success using them on cucumber beetles on my squash, but I did have success using them on other flowers. So, really? I'm reading Candace's comment about she's hearing that a lot of times the nematodes ship and they arrive dead. EA. Yeah, so Emily, a lot of the flowers that I grow are toxic, like a lot. A lot of the flowers are just toxic, and that's something you always need to tell your customer about. I always do at the bouquet bar. I will point something out and just say, just so you know, these aren't edible, these are toxic, these, keep this away from your cats. If you have cats, you might not want to bring home a lily. So the snow on the mountain, you have to warn them that the sap, if they touch it, they can have a reaction. Basically, every time you sell flowers to someone, you have to warn them that there are possible reactions and toxic, keep away from kids, all that stuff. Looking for a large heat mat. There's a link in my description to the heat mat that I use. I believe it's 24 by 48 inches. It's quite large. Wrap the base of my squash with aluminum foil. Yeah, no, I've not heard of that, but I will do that. But I'm talking about the cucumber beetles. I cannot get them away from my squash. Actually, they weren't bad this year. It was at my old property that I had a really bad cucumber beetle problem. Thank you, Annika. 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 I love your name. There's no price on what? Sorry, I'm trying to keep up. My eyes. I have some Salpigillus seeds, James. I have not planted them yet, though. Dark closet for a week. Interesting. I'm excited about that. I've got purpley blue ones. Yes, that was the Missy Moo. That was the snow on the mountain euphorbia. That's the one that had the poisonous sap. I'm growing it this year. Do I water ranunculus in the, yeah. Yes, Ed, Stephanie, Stevens. I keep the soil moist. Everyone's favorite word. I try not to let the water dry out, or the soil dry out. I misted it. Ooh, really? I'll try that, Mark. Thank you. My heat mat, I think, was like $60 or $70, the big ones. I didn't buy it, gotta be honest with you. My father bought it for me for my birthday. Thanks, Hillary. Haas Tools has a lot of great stuff. Yeah, Snow on the Mountain is amazing. I have not had any bad bouquet bar experiences. Not yet. That's a good idea. You're full of good ideas, Food Forest. Like, full of good ideas. Baseball batting gloves are great. Nancy's raising her hand. I have not grown that, McLeana. So Living Design Studio euphorbia will wilt. But what we have done, and I say we, I mean Gina and I, because Gina is the one that grows the euphorbia. I have not grown it this year. That was stuff that I got from her farm last year. I'm growing it this year though. So we harvest it directly into a bucket of hot water, whole thing, and let it sit for 24 hours. And that seemed to prevent the wilting. Oh, hi, Nancy. You're welcome. Use the dogs as security. They are vicious, tiny little things. They're only 35 pounds. Everyone thinks they're so big, but really they're only 35 pounds. Oh my gosh, it's after 3 o'clock? Guys, time flies on here. Have I considered coleus? Hot, not boiling. Hot. Like, not uncomfortable to touch hot water. but hot. Same thing with the Mahogany Splendor. You know, the Mahogany Splendor hibiscus. Not boiling. Thank you, Jervin. You need some euphorbia. We all need euphorbia seeds. Good morning, Missy Moo then. Reading. Lynn, I'm talking about the harvesting the euphorbia and the Mahogany Splendor hibiscus in then like 24 hours. So coleus I have not used as a filler, but I am not opposed. It's an annual here for me, so which is a bummer because I like hostas because they come back every year. But I also see people using hostas. I ordered 25 hostas, so to plant around the porch and stuff, because I really want to make the porch landscape and beautiful. I'm actually, guys, I'm so excited. I'm planning this really decorative garden in between the porch and the maple trees. I have like lawn right there, and I want to build like a layered, I don't know, just a landscaped area right there. And it's a shade garden because I think it only gets about 2 hours of sun a day. So I'm going to be planning that out. I'm excited about that. Bye, Nicole. Go move that soil. I'm completely jealous. I might just go outside and shovel some snow just to feel like I'm doing something. Yeah, hostas are deer candy. Ooh, overwintering mahogany hibiscus? That's something I cannot do. The blue hostas are really fun. Yeah, I'm going to do a garden in the backyard too, because I need a place to sit and look at pretty flowers, because flower farms are not really typically pretty places. We harvest everything before it's open. And as Sunflower Seeds says, if you're walking through his zinnia field and it looks beautiful, he's got a problem because he didn't harvest in time. So I do need beautiful spaces. And that's what I want to do in between the porch and the maple trees. And then all around the porch, I want to do that. But it's hard because because the maple trees are so close to the house, it only gets sun really between noon and 2 o'clock when the sun is straight up ahead, noon and, well, maybe like 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, it gets sun. So I'm trying to figure out something that will be good right there. Mom. Hi, Mom. It's not beautiful outside, Mom. It actually is. The sun is shining, but it's cold. I got my mahogany hibiscus seeds on Johnny's. Do I have any idea on cut flowers in containers? Yeah, my neighbor who lives right around the corner from me and has a great garden, she grows zinnias in containers. I've grown marigolds in containers. People grow dahlias in containers on their porch. So, hi, Morella. I have a ton of hellebores coming, guys. I'm excited. You're welcome, Mary. That's what I tried to do. I was like, you know what? 2 o'clock on a Sunday would be nice for everyone to get together. Because it allows everyone's time. I mean, somebody's sleeping right now, but I don't know where. Yeah, I'm gonna get going in just a minute, but thank you. You've killed so many hellebores. I've actually never grown hellebores before. I think I have 125 coming. I don't know. I ordered my daffodils already. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'll tell you guys the number. I ordered over 2,000 daffodils for this fall. Yeah. And I'm so excited about that until Lily's texting me. Until I have to plant them. You forget that it's all work. And then the tulips also. I don't want to tell you the number of tulips that I ordered. But it's double what I put in this year. So Hi, Thomas. I ordered so I did a video on it. 2,000 daffodils. I did a video on my perennial order. All of this stuff was from Edney Glockner, which is now Ball Seed. So my order from Edney was transferred to Ball, and now Ball is shipping me my order on the week of March 23rd. So the week of March 23rd is when that huge perennial order will come. And if I'm reading it correctly, Edney Glockner is still now they're supplier. They're no longer the distributor. So Ball is getting the supply from Edney, and now Ball is the distributor. So anyway, I don't know what that is, a TIO. Thanks, Mel. Perfect shade garden. Thanks, Tara. Send me some good plants to put in the shade garden. What do you think? We should do that. We should do a brainstorming session. Also, guys, when my daffodils start to bloom, okay, if your daffodils are blooming right now, take pictures of them and send them to me, because when my daffodils are in bloom and I do a daffodil video, at the end of the video, I want to share some of your pictures. So if you guys want to be in my video, don't spam me. Send me your best daffodil photo, your best one. And at the end of my daffodil video this spring, I'll put a slideshow of all of your pictures. Maybe I'll put a cap on it, but if I have 3,000 people send me pictures, I won't be able to put them all in, but send me your best loving daffodil photo and I'll put a slideshow in. I'm excited to do that. So yeah, so if you're blooming right now, take pictures now, and you don't have to send it to me now. When I call for it, I'll put out an all call, and I think that would be fun. Just to share what you guys are doing, and I'll put your name on the screen and your name and location on the screen with your photo. I want everyone to see, because, you know, I have beautiful daffodils, but so do all of you guys, and I want everyone to see it. What is my spacing on my glads? They're almost touching. They're about a 1/2 inch apart because I don't leave them in the ground. I store the corms. They're not perennial here. They're perennial. I don't leave them in the ground here. They're not for a zone 4. So I plant them very close together, just like tulips. Add Stephanie Stevens. It stands for community supported agriculture. So it's basically an old term that's been used. It's been around for a long time, where a customer will support the farmer in advance of the season by buying a share. And so my customers spend $100 on 5 future bouquets. So they're just basically guaranteed the best of the litter, like the best crop. They're the first ones that get my flowers every year. Thank you. Thank you, Brampton. Which cut flowers have the longest vase life? Lisianthus. I know, Cheryl. We won't be seeing them for a while, but I do have to say, I did a little dance this morning when I looked at the 10-day forecast, and all of the days are in the 30s or the 40s, which means we typically lose our snow pretty quick. We'll still have snow in the woods in June, but we'll lose our snow here pretty quick. Interesting, Thomas. Yeah, it's every state's different. A periwinkle color? Columbine, I think, has a periwinkle. Bachelor buttons have a periwinkle. I pull my glads after the foliage has died in the fall, like literally brown and dead. I do not grow any Alstroemeria. I was actually just chatting with Alstroemeria Ben. He's a 4th generation Alstroemeria farmer in the UK. Once a week for fertilizing. 48 degrees. Jealous. Yeah, Nigella has a periwinkle. Yes, good one, Amy. I'm gonna fall asleep. I could literally fall asleep right now. I'm so tired today. What has Bumbling Gardener, what? I know I need coffee. I need coffee. I don't have any. There's a lot of places to order seeds. Johnny's is kind of swamped right now, but everywhere. Oh, Alstroemeria. Yeah, they are great. I mean, my florist always has them, so I wouldn't ever be, she already has a great source for them with her wholesaler, which I did talk to her the other day, and I learned where the two wholesalers are around here. They're both about 2 hours away from me. So if I ever wanted to get into selling wholesale, it would be a 2-hour drive for me. So yeah. Yeah, Julia, I think the week before me on the Let's Grow Girls podcast. Oh, guys, guess what? So the ladies at Let's Grow Girl sent me a message last night and said that I'm their most downloaded podcast guest. Thank you. Deeply intuitive. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm the most downloaded guest on the Let's Grow Girls podcast. So thank you guys. That was fun. I really need that coffee. If I could just grab that coffee right from that little cartoon, that'd be great. Oh yeah, and my gardener's a great place to buy seeds too. Does he have flower seeds? I've actually never looked at his stock. I do like Luke. Nice. Yeah, it was fun. So I'm hoping to be a guest again with them. That was pretty fun. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go downstairs and listen to my kids. What are you guys eating for dinner? Because I need to figure something out for dinner, and I don't know what I'm having. He's out of stock. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being patient with me for the trolls. We got trolls, guys. It's so fun. You should chat with him. Roasted chicken. I do not grow caladiums. Ooh, baked ziti, spaghetti, lasagna, mac and cheese, homemade pizza, vegan meatball sub, sloppy joes, ravioli, salmon and salad. I don't know, maybe. Is this a good time for you guys? It's just a Sunday afternoon. I'm not doing anything. It actually works out well for me to do this today because I have another video to post tomorrow. Grilled cheese. Oh, I want that. I want grilled cheese. Hamburger with Kaluski noodles. Ooh, what is that? Thanks, Maggie. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Yeah, maybe we'll do it same time next week. Yeah, it's a good time, I think. I'm trying to figure out this. All right, I apologize for the quality. My ridiculously expensive, beautiful camera is right there. I have to figure out how to set it up so I can stream through my camera because I hate this quality. It drives me nuts. As a videographer, someone who makes videos for a living, this makes me nauseous. I apologize. So I'm gonna get the gear to be able to live stream with a better camera because I hate this. I'm like I need a white balance, all that stuff. So anyway, thank you, Candace. It's like, I feel like I'm on a Zoom call and the quality is awful, but the fondue. Oh, the fondue. You talking about Laura's video this morning? I want some of that. That looked delicious. Oh, mommy, mumsy, are you still here? Mom. So not even a joke. I'm not copying Laura, but my mom and I have plans to go antiquing. So we keep talking about it. But yeah, I probably won't make a video because that would be like weird, right? So anyway, yeah, Mary, like some sort of card. Either there's a video card, but I just need actually just to get the cord that goes from my camera to the computer, and then I can stream from that. Hi, Carrie, you made it. I can't believe I'm still on here. I told my kids I would be like half hour, 45 minutes. Hour and a half later. Veda's at the door. Veda's at the door. So anyway. Okay. We'll see you guys. Thank you. But make a video, really? Make a video of my mother? I don't know if you can handle my mother. That's not, a lot of this comes from her. Be prepared. Be prepared. Yes, I will buy Veda the same shoes. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I love your comments. I want the fun. Oh, Veda what? Bye. Veda says bye. So I'll see you guys. Bye. I'll make the video.